lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm excited for this video because I'm going to be playing around with some new stuff from Colourpop. This is the Zodiac collection in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. They came out with a new palette which just looks like this, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks nice on camera, but in person this is so beautiful. Like, it's cardboard. I don't know, something about it almost feels like a soft cardboard, and then like it just looks so stunning in the light. It kind of has like the same reflection as the Dream Street palette. So pretty. And then here is what the inside looks like. Is this my favorite color scheme ever? No, but I really wanted to get it because I did kind of like it, and Colourpop's super affordable, and I like the idea of a Zodiac collection. I don't know, I like the bottom row, so I think I'm definitely gonna like see how colorful I can make this look. And I'm just obsessed with the packaging on this. Actually, I thought it was kind of funny that I am a Taurus. At least my sun sign is a Taurus, and that is this shade right here. Sorry, the ring light was really shining on the palette, but this shade right here is the Taurus, and I feel like that would actually be a really good brow shade for me. So even though I'm not like digging it as eyeshadow, because I'm not really into that like neutrals that much right now, but I feel like I'm definitely going to try that as an eyebrow product tomorrow. And then they also came out with two Supernova shadows, which just look like this. There is one which is called Constellation, which is just kind of like a champagne shade, and then the other one is Astrology, and this is based off of the Telepathy shade that Kathleen Lights originally came out with, which I have right here. And I wanted to kind of swatch them next to each other just so if you want to see a reference, because for some reason I thought that this one looked more gold and not as green, but when I look at them next to each other they do look pretty similar, so I'm gonna swatch those out. Then she also came out with two Super Shock Cheek highlighters, which just look like this. The first shade, the lighter one, is on the Cusp, and I swatched this earlier. I'm not sure if it's going to work on my skin tone, but I will definitely try it out. However, the other shade is called Fire, which just looks like this, and it's definitely got more of a bronze shade to it, and I think this is going to be beautiful on a lot of skin tones, but I'm like 98.42% positive that this is not going to work for me, so I'm going to save it and throw it in a giveaway instead of, you know, swatching it, using it one time and then never using it again. I wanted to grab the bundle just because it was cheaper, so it's all good. And then they also came out with two Luxe lipsticks in the creme formula. One is What's Your Sign, which is such a cute name, and it is a really pretty nude shade. I have a feeling I'm really gonna like that. I am gonna try both of these lipsticks on at the end of the video. And then the other is Scorpio Moon, which it looks pretty. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this. I'm kind of curious to compare it to some other shades. It looked really mauve online. In person, I don't know, it looks a little bit darker and more neutral, but I love the smell of Colourpop lipsticks. I really like this formula a lot actually, so I'm excited to have two more shades that I would definitely wear. So I already did my brows, and I also primed my eyelids with the P. Louise eyeshadow primer in the shade 0.5, but I've been talking a hot minute, so it is creasing because I haven't put any shadow down. So I'm just gonna kind of tap that out, just do the pat motion that they recommend, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump on into the Zodiac palette. I will say, just from looking at this palette, that there's one shade that definitely took me by surprise, and it is the Capricorn right here. This shade like is so beautiful in person. It's like a black, but it almost looks like it has a green undertone, and it has sparkles all throughout it. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is the Aquarius, this bright blue shade right here. This one looked a little patchy in swatches, so I'm curious to see how it performs. Okay, I'm gonna kind of do like the motion like you pat it in before you blend it out, just so that you get more pigment. This is going to be my transition shade today, and I'm just going to kind of start it off like that, not a big deal, and just kind of set the crease. I feel like, okay, here's my theory. So people kind of fight about like whether you should set your eye with you know, like a matte shadow that goes all over so that it doesn't crease, and I feel like you can definitely crease with the P. Louise base without setting it if you don't like set it, like basically put down an eyeshadow on the part that creases right away, like this part, you know. So I'm still setting my eyeshadow. I'm just setting it with, you know, a different shade that's not like my skin tone, and it makes this shade that much brighter, and it really helps it stand out instead of having to go over like something that's already been set and then it's kind of sheared out because it mixes in with that other powder. So that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. I'm just gonna start, like, I've kind of already built this up a little bit. I know it looks a little crazy. I'm just gonna kind of do little motions and just start blending upwards. So I do think it can be a little bit patchy, but I'm just kind of building it up a little bit, and I am, you know, able to make it work. It is blending out. However, this is the, like, I feel like it's patchy to the point where, like, if I was just trying to do like a one shadow look with this, which I don't think I would ever do with just a blue, like, I just feel like it doesn't blend that well. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to go in with other shades to make it work, but actually, you know, as it's blending upwards, it doesn't look horrible. Definitely not my, like, definitely not the best cobalt blue formula that I've ever seen. Not the worst either, though. Not the worst. My camera says it's dying. I thought this battery was charged. I have an extra, so I'll be right back. Probably not zoomed in the same amount because I'm the worst YouTuber ever. Shout out to me because I also managed to drop my camera. So now I'm going to go into the Sagittarius right here, which is this dark purple shade, which I actually really like. And I actually found out that my moon sign and my ascending sign are both Sagittarius. And it's kind of funny because my son is a Sagittarius and so is my sister. And my sister, we didn't have the best relationship growing up. So when I found out my son was going to be a Sagittarius, I was like, oh no. Like, I'm not even going to like him. And then when I saw, like, this past week that, both my, like, the other two signs I didn't know about were Sagittarius, I'm like, wow, the world is cruel. So this shade has a lot of kickback. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and start building that up on my outer corner. That's actually pretty pigmented. I really like that shade of purple. I'm going to go ahead and also take that on my inner corner. Oh, that's blending a little patchy. Actually, really patchy. Let's be honest. I feel like on impact, like, this shade is super beautiful, but it's definitely one that you have to add and, you know, blend, add, blend until you get that perfect amount. Like, it's definitely not the easiest shade to work with. I can tell you that right now. Like, as soon as I start blending this side, hopefully you guys can see right there, that whole spot. Like, the shade just, like, completely disappears, and then I have to add more. I'm going to go back into my previous blending brush and just blend the edges a little bit between the blue and the purple. Go on and do anything else. I just need to zoom you guys in so you can really see what's happening here. Okay, so just to show you guys, obviously got a little bit of fallout. I don't mind that, but, like, you can see this inner corner part right here where it's not attaching. You can see this whole part right here where it's not attaching. It's honestly not as bad on this eye for some reason, but, like, right here is, like, the really bad problem spot. Alright, so next I want to go in with more of, like, a flat, small brush. I really, really like this one. This is the Esom W21, and I'm going to go into the Capricorn, that shade that I said surprised me, that I really, really like. It has the prettiest glitter in it, and I'm just going to kind of tap off the excess, and then I'm going to use this on the outer V just to build it up. I really want to see how the sparkles work here. Okay, so they look pretty. You can see them a little bit, but they are kind of flying around. I would really like to do a black smoky eye and pack this on a black base. I think that would be really pretty, like, with a sticky base. Hopefully the shimmer would show up better. I'm going to wipe off all the excess off that brush, and I'm going to go into the shade that, like, really, really called to me in this palette. I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to be surprised. It is the Pisces, this shade right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe not creamy enough. Maybe that's why it's acting like that. Like, you really have to pack it on. I'm just gonna kind of keep adding more of that and just kind of tap over and go ahead and add some setting spray. Yeah, that's so much better. I don't think I would use that shade again without setting spray. I'm going to wipe off the excess of that blue again, and I'm going to go back into a little bit more Capricorn, and I'm just going to tap on the outside and then just kind of like blend into that really pretty green shade. Okay, so here's how it's looking like right now, and I guess it looks okay, but honestly I'm not super happy with the formula of the colorful shades in the Zodiac palette so far. So just to do a quick run through of the shades I've used, this super pretty like bluey green teal shade I was super excited about, but you definitely have to use a setting spray. It's super chunky and messy and it kind of gets everywhere. The blue, you can definitely get it to work, but you really have to build it up or it's patchy. The Capricorn shade, this is probably my favorite one so far. I do like it, but I wish the glitter showed up a little bit better. I think you have to use like a really sticky base to get the glitter to show up. Maybe some actual glitter glue, or else it just kind of looks like a matte black. And even like, I like that it's kind of versatile, but I really packed it on to try and get the glitter to show up, and I can't see any glitter at all. And then this purple shade, it looks super pretty when you first apply it, but it blended really bad and it only like stuck to certain parts of my eye. And I know it's not the base because I use this P. Louise base like every single day, so obviously I'm gonna have to keep testing this palette out and try out the neutrals. I'm sure those are probably better because they're easier to formulate, but so far, if you bought this like kind of like I don't know, justifying it because this bottom row was a little bit more unique, I wouldn't justify it with that. I'm going to go ahead and wipe away any fallout, which there definitely is a little bit underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to do most of my face, and I'll be back to try the highlighter and the lipsticks with y'all and do the lower lash line as well. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and test out the darkest brown shade in this palette, which is called the Virgo right here. Just for the heck of it, just going to pick that up on my pencil brush, and I'm going to put that along like the, maybe like outer half of my lower lash line. I haven't watched any reviews at all on this collection yet, so I'm really curious to go watch some videos after I finish filming this and see how other people are liking it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wipe that brush off actually so I can be lazy and keep using it. And I'm gonna take the Gemini, which is like this like kind of like golden shade right here. You know, every palette has to have its gold, right? Oh, that's really chunky as well. And I'm gonna put that on like this part of my eye. Oh, I got some on my eye. I don't know what it is about these shimmers. I feel like they're chunkier. Like, I really love my Dream Street palette and I don't really have that problem. So basically the only reason I'm putting that shade there is because I want to put something else on top. You'll see in just a moment. And then I'm going to wipe that brush off again. And I have like so much eyeshadow on my eyes right now. It's really frustrating. And I'm going to go into the Cancer right here, which is like a light pink highlight shade. I really hope that this one works out for my inner corner, because Moony from the other palette is too dark. Ooh, I actually like that. Alright, so I think that's all the eyeshadows I'm going to use from the palette today. So far, I mean, it is only $18, but I don't know. Definitely feeling a little mixed feelings about it. I'm going to go ahead and test out the Super Shock Shadows. I'm going to swatch these on my hand real quick just to see, but from the swatches that Kathleen did, I felt like these looked more like just shimmer shades and not... Ooh, that's a little weird. Okay, actually, I'm going to shake this up. It looks a little watery there. I don't know, I feel like they looked more like just shimmers. Yeah, and like some of the Super Shocks have a little bit more glitter to them. This one just looks like a plain shimmer. I mean, it looks beautiful, and I definitely don't hate it for the price. But I just prefer my liquid shadows to have glitter in them. I mean, I can see a little tiny bit in the pink now that I'm comparing it to the gold one, but I wouldn't say like I'm obsessed. Like, I wish that there was glitter in this more, because that's what, I don't know, that's just what I like. Take the green shade, more gold shade honestly, Astrology, and actually let me take some of that product off, and I'm gonna pop that on the lower lash line here. Oh, that's actually super pretty. Okay, I like that. That's really pretty on the eyes. I normally wouldn't put it there like so much. Like sometimes I do like a little tiny pop. I just did it more just to test it out and just to try as many things as possible today, but I actually really like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the pink shade and just going to pop it on the inner corner for a little bit of highlight. Honestly, just like the tiniest little dot, like you can't even see it yet. I'm going to use that pencil brush and just blend it out. Super pretty on the inner corner. Okay, so there is the Supernova shadow, and then here is the Super Shock shadow. I got this forever ago, so let's see how dry it is. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Definitely not like new Super Shock shadow, but it still has like a lot of pigment. Oh yeah. Oh, Telepathy is so much more green. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera as much as I'm seeing it in person, but I like Telepathy so much more. I feel like this is one of those looks that could definitely be saved by a good pair of lashes, so maybe I'll throw a pair on at the end, but I think now I'm going to go ahead and take on the Cusp. This has like a super bronze base, so I just feel like it's just... Man, I love the feeling of a new Super Shock cheek. It just feels so smooth. However, if you're fair, I would recommend just getting Lunch Money or Flexitarian or Fanny Pack if they ever bring it back. That's like a true white. It's so nice, but they've brought it back and discontinued it twice, so that's lame. Colourpop. Oh no, like when I turn my nose you can see the bronze streak. There's how it looks. I mean, it does have a really pretty glow to it. I don't know if the glow is worth the super warm cheeks, so right now it's a pass for me. I'm gonna try it again when I'm self-tanned and see how I feel about it, but if you're fair, it's not a product I would recommend. Okay, so here is What's Your Sign, and first off, I love the formula of the Luxe lipsticks. I think they're so nice and comfortable, and you can't even tell that my lips were so chapped and dry. They just look really nice. I think that they're definitely one of my like favorite bullet lipsticks ever. I think that I really appreciate this shade because a lot of times collaborations, like they release nude shades, and first off, they're always super dark on me, and this is actually like, I mean, it's not like nude, but it is more of a nude on me, which I appreciate. It might be super light on deep skin tones, but obviously you could use a like brown or like a darker nude lip liner to kind of make it work for you. So I really appreciate this, like how light it is, and I also appreciate the tone of it because also I've seen a lot of collaborations and I've bought collaborations where it's a nude shade and it's like it looks nude on them, like a neutral shade, but when I get it, it's like super peachy and it looks almost like a straight up orange shade on me, which I mean I like for some looks, but for the most part I don't feel like it's super flattering on my skin tone. I like that this is like, I can see a little bit of peach in it, I can see a little bit of pink in it. It's like that perfect neutral shade, so I'm really digging this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply Scorpio Moon. Okay, I actually really like this shade. I think it's super beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Urban Decay Back Talk, but just a little bit different because I feel like Back Talk pulls really pink on me, and this one definitely pulls a little bit more mauve on me, so I like it. I think it's super pretty. I think I like the nude one a little bit more with this look just because I feel like my eyes have a lot going on between like the purple, the teal, the pink, the gold, like it's just a lot, and then like to have a mauve lip, but I do like it. I think it's super pretty. Okay, I just have to show you guys this real quick. I took off Scorpio Moon because I wanted to put the nude back on for like my thumbnail picture and everything because I liked the nude better. I only had Scorpio Moon on for like literally 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and look how pink it stained my lips. They're like bright, like Barbie doll pink. Okay guys, so here is the finished look with the Zodiac collection, and I definitely have to keep playing with it to give you like a full review, but my overall first impression thoughts. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was super excited about the whole collection. I bought it right away, and I'm definitely let down by the palette and the shades that really spoke to me, the shades that I felt like were a little bit different. I feel like the quality definitely could have been better. It could have been improved. I'm going to play with the neutral shades, and I'll let you know in the future how I feel about it in another video, but so far I wouldn't like go out of my way to recommend this palette. And I feel like the shimmer shades are a little bit chunky, whereas like the shimmers in the Dream Street palette, I love this palette so much. I feel like they're a lot nicer. I don't know, they feel a little bit smoother. Like there feels like a difference to me. As far as the highlighter goes, I feel like they're not fair skin friendly. This one, like I can make it work. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not meant for me. And then the Fire one obviously is meant for deeper skin tones. So if you're fair, I would pass on those. Obviously the formula is nice. I really like the Super Shock Cheek formula. These Supernova shadows are okay. I'm not like blown away by them. I like the gold shade. The pink isn't like super unique or anything. There's other shades that I'd rather use on my inner corner, but it is pretty. I'll definitely test it out. I think that the best products in the collection to me are the lipsticks. I really like What's Your Sign. I like Scorpio Moon, I think it was called. So I do like those. I think that they're worth picking up and checking out, and I just definitely recommend the Luxe lipsticks overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, I meant leave it down below. I don't even know what just happened there. My camera's about to die again because I'm the worst. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.